Hey guys, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to expand my channel beyond just Teamfight Tactics gameplay videos, and I also wanted to make more content about analyzing the game and my ideas or my experience with the game and everything. So today I wanted to make the story about why I switched from League of Legends to Teamfight Tactics and why you should do so too. I cover about 11 reasons, ideas, points why I switched and what really made the game for me more interesting than League of Legends. A little bit backstory, I started in 2012 to play League of Legends, so I am experienced with over 12 years playing this game. I mean, some people of you might say now, okay, this dude is crazy, how can you play this toxic game for this long? Yes, I did. But at this time, we were friends playing together and we had more fun. We didn't play this competitive grind crunch like we do now. And at this time, Fiora was released at that time, so it was a very new concept and it was very interesting because she had this block and this evade stuffs and we didn't really get this idea and we totally sucked on his champ, so that's why I put this picture there. 2024, I then started to play Teamfight Tactics competitively. I mean, I started before, I played some games casually from time to time when I was bored about League of Legends or other games and I had some free time. I played this and especially on my phone, but with Magic and Mayhem, like set 12, I really started to take things seriously and started to play Teamfight Tactics competitively. So, what are the reasons why I started actually to play Teamfight Tactics instead of League of Legends? The first thing is pace. League of Legends is so much faster paced than Teamfight Tactics. You have to have a very great early game to actually make it into late game and to have fun in the game. Because if you're not fed in the early game, you just get crushed during mid game, late game, and there's almost no chance to come back at any time when your team is tilted, when you are tilted, because you cannot really perform. And especially as support, it's very, very hard to get back when you have a very bad early game. Second thing, match length. It very much goes with pace. You're stuck 35 to 45 minutes in the same game with the same champion, with the same team, with the same people. And if it sucks, it just sucks. And you have to play it out. Because there's also people not really interested in surrender. You have a duo queuing team and they are not really surrendering and you are stuck. People want to hold you hostage. All of these things. And match length is one of the biggest reasons why I quit League of Legends. I mean, Teamfight Tactics also has very long games if you perform good. But if you're like, for example, 6th or 7th, your game ends after 20 minutes and you don't have to stick to it and you can surrender anytime. You don't rely on your team or anything to actually end the game and just start a new one. Next one is taunt emote spam. I mean, League of Legends did a lot, especially in the last few months, with a lot of emote spam and taunt and everything. Champion skins, champions which are completely ridiculously insulting enemies. And I don't know why they did this, but this is extremely toxic, extremely annoying, and one of the biggest reasons why I stopped playing League of Legends. Next one is patches. To keep up with the game, you have to reach patch notes. Yeah, it's the same with Teamfight Tactics. But in League of Legends, I feel like these patches are waiting more, or they wait more. They're more crucial when you want to keep up with competitive gameplay, and especially season switches are extremely different. Like, you have to get to know the new Summoner's Rift. You have, like, for example, I'm a jungle and a support main. And I had to completely learn everything new because I didn't play jungle last season and I had to play jungle this season for a few times because of autofill. And I had no idea and I performed so bad and we lost every single game where I had to play jungle because I didn't understand all these new concepts with the jungle. Then solo. Solo, I mean, we all know this friend who invited us to play League of Legends, but most of them don't play anymore because there are so many other games in the meantime that came out and people are just frustrated. Or you have on the other hand, the solo crunching people who are just grinding and they're not really interested to play with more casual competitive players and they're just always about them, and they're not really interested to play with you. So you are most likely a solo player if you want to play competitively, and it can be very frustrating on the long run, and you don't really have any fun with the game. It's just about getting better or dominating about others. Next one is toxicity, goes very close with this one. We have so many solo champs now which are hard carries and which are not really interested about anything else, and most of the players who play these champs are also toxic AF. but the players who play them always want to play the same champs. They are tilted as soon as they get banned or anything, and then you have this extreme toxicity. The same as if you play non-meta stuff on your champions, you instantly get flamed, you get spam pinged and everything. Toxicity is extremely high. You have people who just want to report you because you don't play exactly what they want you to play and everything. It's very, very weird, and the toxicity is extremely high, which is not really existing in Teamfight Tactics. I mean, we don't have a after-match chat, we don't have a lot of things that can actually make people tilted, and you don't have a team that can be autofill, that can be anything that actually tilts your teammates more. And that's also the next reason, autofill. I don't know what League of Legends or Riot Games was thinking when they introduced autofill. Just give us longer queues, but don't give us autofill. People are tilted anyways already. Why would you give them autofill when a ADC main has suddenly to play top lane against a main top laner and completely gets destroyed? Like, what is the idea about autofill? I mean, yeah, there is less players maybe in certain elos, but what is the idea about autofill? I didn't really get it, and I hated it. Like I already said, I played Rakan most of the last season, and then I had to play jungle and we completely lost. And even if I played ADC, I had to play ADC, we lost. And because I am not a pro in these roles and I just don't want to play these roles, I have less fun, less rewards, less good gameplay on all of these things. I just feed because I simply don't have this experience on these roles, like for example the enemy who is a main on his role. And then equipment, this is not so important for normal players, but especially for me as a streamer. Equipment is very important, that you have a very beefy computer for League of Legends, because it is a FPS oriented game, and if you have FPS drops and very crucial team fights, I hate it, and simply not possible to play these games if you're not on a very, very beefy computer. So these are the reasons for now. If you like this content, let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you like this content. And of course, comment your ideas, your critics, like always, in the comments below. I would love to read them and get to know more. Let's talk about Teamfight Tactics, why I actually switched to Teamfight Tactics, apart from all of these reasons why I left League of Legends. One huge point is comeback potential. Teamfight Tactics has this huge high roll potential, and since everything is very RNG based, combined with the strategy you have, that you can always come back. You can hit a very good shop, you can hit a very good augment, you can hit a very good item drop, and you are back in game. Even when you're on the top bottom 4, you get earlier access to carousels and everything. You are favored by the game itself. So there's a huge comeback potential, and this I really like about Teamfight Tactics, because you can even play comps about comeback potential, which makes so much more variety than in League of Legends. When you don't have the goal to buy items, you're just done, because other people maybe have already 3 completed items. Next one, rewarding. Teamfight Tactics is so much more rewarding. You have so much more stuff you get throughout the game, so you always have some new stuff you can add to your champion pool, to your comp, to your items, to your carries and everything. Now with reworkers, you can even like build early game your champions already. You don't have to hoard your items on the bench anymore. You can just slam items, and then later it's still rewarding. So the game is way more rewarding in almost every aspect than League of Legends. Also, like for example ranking, you rank way faster because you get way more LP for your wins. You don't have to breach these thresholds for promotion games for the next higher elo. So this is something I also really like about Teamfight Tactics, that it's way more rewarding and you can climb faster, or in a way more convenient way, I would say, because you're not also relying on your teammates in your promotion games. Next one is flexibility. Teamfight Tactics is very well known for its flexibility. You can build so many different comps, you have so many different items, you have artifacts, support items, radiant items, normal items, which you can combine in different ways. You can play different comps, you can play so many vertical trades together, splash different units, splash a high cost unit into your reroll comp and everything. So you can actually make very nice plays and very high flexibility, where I feel in League of Legends it's a lot of lacking, because you have to play meta items on your champions, because most of their abilities with their team is just not given as much as in Teamfight Tactics. And the last one is strategy. Strategy is the most important point for me, but also the most important aspect about Teamfight Tactics. It's way more strategy based than League of Legends. You have to plan from the beginning all the way to the end, your team comp, all of the things you want to do in the game. You have to consider your items you build for your late game and everything. You have to be very smart thinking into the future, and this is way more rewarding than in League of Legends, in my opinion. So strategy is the most important point for me, why I switched to Teamfight Tactics. And the people who know me know that I am an absolute strategy game lover, and Teamfight Tactics offers a little bit more strategy than League of Legends, because you just have this flexibility. You have these rewards for good planned strategy. So that's it, my points why I switched from League of Legends to Teamfight Tactics. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you haven't already and if you like this content, give me a subscription to the channel. I would highly appreciate it. And yeah, see you in the next video.